Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Tuesday, and we're now at the 27th of October, 2020 at 9:15 a.m. You realize a week from today, the elections. Wow. A lot of economic data out today, but as we look at the markets before I get to that, fairly stable in the stock indices. You're up a bit in the Russell and the NASDAQ, down in the Dow, but pretty flat in the S&P. The gold market up a little bit with silver down a fraction. Dollar index giving back some of the gains it made yesterday. We're getting a little bit of a bounce in the foreign currency markets. As we take a look at the energies, getting a bounce here. Now, do remember, we get the API numbers out today, and then tomorrow morning we're going to get the EIA number out. Bonds and notes still under the influence of a bid. Small bounce in the in the corn and the wheat, with the bean market fairly stable today. So it's an interesting quiet day so far. Last night we did try higher numbers in the S&P. I expected that, and I expected it in most of the indices. A big down day on a Monday often leads to an attempt at a rally on a Tuesday in stock indices. Now, the data. Retail sales out of the Red Book, they were good in all categories. Everything looks pretty good there. Here's really strong numbers. The advanced durable goods headline recap. Look at this. September up 1.9. They expected up 0.3. Ex-transportation up 0.8, double what they expected. Goods ex-defense up 3.5 versus a prior plus 0.7. So goods that last these, 10 years or so, they're really good. Refrigerators, so on. Think about it. I've been in a renovation in my home because we're all staying home for God knows how long, and try to get things. You find yourself on a waiting list. The Case-Shiller 20 metro homes for August. Now, this is a lagging number. We're already coming to the end of October, but you can see they were up 1.1% versus the prior month and up 5.2% from the year. The Richmond Fed numbers, blowout. Up 29 versus a prior 21, 30 in the manufacturing shipments versus a 13. I mean, I don't have to read each one. Very solid performance in that region of the country. And then we get to the consumer confidence. It slipped a little bit. Makes sense. I mean, we're back in the midst of this COVID. We're all scared. I know in Illinois, where I live, in the Cook County area, the suburban areas here within our county are now back into lockdown. So the restaurants are shutting down again. It's very, very serious. We just see the case surges going on. Europe, they're fighting with the populace right now. How big of a shutdown do they have to go to? It is very, very serious. And the medical systems are starting to get a bit overwhelmed. Here's the thing to keep your eye on. You're going to start seeing people running to the stores again and again buying toilet paper, paper towels, Lysol, everything they can get their hands on as they get nervous about more lockdown. So be ready for that. I'm not telling you to go do that by any stretch of the imagination. Most of us have loaded up on what we need anyways. But this is what we're dealing with again. And I looked at the amount of people that are getting flu shots, and it has a lot to do with these markets. And what seems to be going on there is they were saying CVS and Walgreens way above the norms that they've had recently. Things to be considering. How do you trade these markets? Well, number one, they're going to be volatile. So that becomes, for me, the interesting part. Now, when we go into real volatility, what I tell traders to do is step down in the size of the trade. The micro stock indices have exploded on the scene. They have proven to be a very, very superior launch for the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Just imagine you can trade all the stock indices at 1/10 the size. So a $50 move is now $5 a point. So you get a 20 handle move, as they call it in the S&Ps. It could go against you 1,000. Now it's 100. You build positions with these. The margins are down to 1/10. The costs are down. The exchanges lower that. We lowered the commissions, $1 a side. So if you're looking to get something done, a way to trade in these markets, and it's going to be volatile for a bit. How do you do it? Well, go to our website, and under when you type in our name, /micro, we have a special page built for that. So type that in. You can always call our staff. They'll work with you. I'm Ira Epstein. I'll see you at the end of the day with our market wrap-ups. Trade careful today.